7:40 on your hometown station, KHTS, the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle.
7:40?
7:40.
Guess who's here?
I don't know. Actually, I do know.
She's sitting right there. Say hi to Dr. Jaimie.
Dr. Jaimie Ronchetto from Cinema Vet here on the Hometown Morning Show with Tori and Kyle.
You know what we're going to talk about?
No.
How fireworks affect pets.
That's the go-to.
Yeah, we've got to.
Which is super sad.
Why?
Because puppies get sad.
My dog fears nothing except for fireworks.
Oh.
She won't even go outside. She will hold it once those fireworks start. She will not go outside. You can't drag her. You can't. I mean, there's absolutely nothing. So let's talk to Dr. Jaimie and see how we can remedy all that.
Hey, Dr. Jaimie.
What can we do?
Good morning.
Good morning.
I know 4th of July is so fun, but yeah, those fireworks can be really terrifying for our pets.
Unbelievable. I mean, and to me, to a human, sometimes I hear them, there's just one pop here or there. And to me, it could sound like anything necessarily. It doesn't necessarily sound like a firework, but they can tell. The ears go up and they can tell and they don't like it.
Right.
So where do we start? And we're already, believe it or not, and I'm sure in your neighborhood too, you're already starting to hear
I've heard a few.
Some
Absolutely.
pre-fireworks going off. So what can we do? Where do we start?
So if you know that your pet is afraid of loud noises and fireworks, it's best to think ahead because a lot of the veterinary clinics are not going to be open on the 4th of July. We take it as a holiday. So if you feel like your pet is in need of maybe some kind of calming agent or sedative to help them get through the night, think ahead because we get a lot of requests at this time of year. And so in order to get everything filled and everybody taken care of, we need a little bit of a heads up. So even the week before, would be good to call and get everything arranged.
Fair point. Mm-hmm.
Yeah. There's a lot of options out there. So, I mean, even if you didn't have anything else in a bind, keep them indoors, obviously. Keep them possibly in a small room, away from the noises or as shielded from the noises as possible. Like for my own dog, he's very scared of fireworks. And if I forget to give him his sedative, let's say I'm out or I just forget to give it in time and it hasn't really taken effect, I put him in a bathroom with his bed and I turn the fan on so there's sort of that white noise going on, or maybe leave, the radio on or my phone going with music on, and I turn the lights low so he can kind of relax, and that seems to work really well.
Lights down low. Didn't think of that.
Yeah, just anything to kind of help calm them and, make them feel secure. Less sort of stimulation, I think, sometimes works for them.
Would you suggest them going on a car ride at all? Or do you think just kind of trying to shelter them as best you can? Would they rather be, in other words, here's let me clarify.
Yeah.
Do you think they would rather be with a human with the activity, like maybe in a car, or just feel like, would they feel safer? Or do you think like alone in a bathroom, dark room with some white noise? Which do you think is better?
Well, I think it depends on the pet or, the particular, I think dogs tend to be more afraid of the noises than cats do. But in any case, it depends on the animal. So I do know some animals feel better with their people. And if that's in a car going around driving, looking at the fireworks, sometimes they may not pay as close attention to the noises if there's other things going on and they're happy. And if a car ride is a positive experience for them. Mm-hmm. But some dogs, car rides aren't necessarily positive, and that's a stressful factor already. So that might not be the best idea.
Gotcha.
So that's why in those cases, keeping them inside at least so that that they're secure, they're not going to get out, is good. Because certainly 4th of July with all the loud noises, that's like that and New Year's, I would say, are the biggest times of the year where pets get out and get lost because they're running from fear of the noises.
What about cats? Do they just hide under the bed, or does this firework business not really affect them?
I know my cats don't really care.
No? Yeah.
I think other cats, as long as, again, keeping them indoors so they can't get into trouble, if they are scared, they usually find themselves a little place to hide. Yeah.
Let's talk about food. With the 4th of July comes barbecue food, comes s'mores.
Yep.
What are dogs and pets allowed to have as maybe a little treat, and what should we stay away from so they don't get sick?
So staying away from most foods that you're going to see at a barbecue is going to be the best. I know.
Dr.
I'm no
Jaimie,
fun. I'm no fun. I know. It just, with barbecue, there's a lot of the sauces and the seasonings that are in the meat that could be too much for their tummies. You stay away from corn on the cob. Certainly, that's a huge cause for intestinal obstructions. Anything too spicy, too rich, certainly no chocolates or anything like that.
S'mores are out.
S'mores are out. I would say if you had to, you could set aside maybe a small piece of chicken or some kind of lower fat meat without seasonings. That's their special little treat, and that's just for them that you can cook up on the grill. But otherwise, it's just best to keep everything the same for them. It's just another day for them. They can have their normal food, and just being with their people sometimes is enough. That's interaction, and that's showing them love, just having them around.
You have to keep telling us that, though. You know that because we're weak. We're weak, Dr. Jaimie. We're weak, and they look at us with the eyes, the puppy eyes.
I
and
know
you
it.
succumb to terrible behaviors. But yeah, you have to remember pretty much. I guess the diet is kind of like an old person with stomach problems, right? You just, right?
That's a good way to look at it.
Piece of chicken, but wash it off. Don't have any sauce on it.
Yeah,
Certainly,
they do best with kind of keeping everything the same and consistency. It sounds boring to us, but that's how they tend to do best.
They live their life with, okay. So no real celebration for the pets in our lives. Just bring them along. Make sure they're safe. Make sure they're secure. Any last tips for us before we break for commercial that we need to know about 4th of July celebrations, food-wise, firecrackers, anything, music that you can think of?
No, I think we've covered most things. I would just say along the lines of, the fact that many pets get lost at this time of year, it's a good reminder to just make sure that your dogs and cats are microchipped and that the information with the chip is up to date so that if they did get lost, hopefully they get scanned if they get picked up and they can be returned to you.
That was a super tip,
Yeah.
Dr. Jaimie. That was like, yes, microchip. We forget about that too.
Yep.
It's something available to us now that will get your pet to a safe place and get you back to the owner if indeed they do get out and get lost. So that was an excellent last tip for this morning. Dr. Jaimie, have an amazing 4th of July.
Thank you.
And
You too.
on a personal note, on a great birthday.
Oh, thank you.
Happy birthday. If our listeners want to get in touch with you and talk about anything we've discussed this morning or anything else regarding their pet, how can they get in touch with you?
Yeah, our phone number is 661-253-9300.
And you're located?
We're on Cinema Drive.
Hence Cinema Vet.
Yes. Mm-hmm. And our website is www.cinemavet.com.
Cinemavet.com. Dr. Jaimie, always great having you here. Have a great 4th.
Thank you.
Step